back with another Bullpup, guys. This is the Hatsan Gladius. If you watched the last video, it was the Krell puncher breaker. Well, we've got the Hatsan Gladius on the table today. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD and this is a full review of the Hatsan Gladius. Now, quite a bit to talk about with this little beauty, let me tell you. But first of all, I'll give you some specs. I'm just going to refer to the manual because it's got it all written down in here. I'll show you the manual shortly as well. Well, first of all, the overall length is 34.4 inches or 875 millimeters. The weight, and it is quite a hefty beast, this thing is. The weight unscoped is 10.2 pounds. So that's quite a heavy weight, that is, guys. But this thing seems to be quite well balanced in the middle. It's, I don't know, it just, when you shoulder it, it doesn't feel as heavy, if you kind of get that. But yeah, it is nevertheless quite a heavy weight. Maximum fill pressure in the cylinder, 200 bar. Barrel length is 19.4 inches. Fully shrouded and internally suppressed as well, so no need to fit a suppressor on here. And if you're in America, that's, in some states in America, that's good news, because you won't have to fill in extra paperwork and wait weeks and God knows what faff like you have to do. We do over here in the UK certain things, but suppressors pretty easy to get over here. It's daft. It seems daft over in the US, where it's just a pain in the arse to be able to get a suppressor even on an air gun. But that's your specs. Jump into more detail a little bit. Let's have a look. Well, I'll just talk you through some of the that was the specs, basically some of the features of this rifle before we sort of jump in. Obviously it's pre-charged, side lever cocking, ambidextrous as well, which is good. Apart from the side lever cocking, that's not ambidextrous. Available in 177, 22 and 25. Get a 10 round mag in the 177 and the 22, and it's 9 round mag in the 25. Automatic safety catch, talk more about this as we sort of jump in. Anti-knock system, which will prevent the gun sort of wasting gas, whatever that means. I'm reading that actually off the internet now. It's got the Quattro trigger as well. The trigger out of the box, we'll talk about that in a minute. What else we got? We got quick fill nozzle on it, you know, on the air cylinder. Again, jump in more detail shortly. And comes with a host of all other bits and pieces. But anyway, we don't want to sort of just listen to me waffling on. We want to jump in and sort of really get stuck in with this review. So first of all, let's talk about the mags. Now, these are the mags. Nice and easy, 10 rounders. This is a 2.2 version, by the way, guys. 10 rounders, literally just push your pellets in. This sort of rubber band here, sort of O-ring, I think it's an O-ring really, sort of just holds your pellets in. If you sort of look, there's sort of just grips your pellets in there. Nice magazines, reliable, don't cause any issues. Pretty much the same magazines that you get in the AT-44, and to be honest guys, this is, dare I say it, an AT-44 in a Bullpup stock, more or less. But these magazines though really are not bad at all. Like I said, 10 shot in 2.2, 10 shot in 177, 9 shot in 25, and you get 4 of these things. Notice the little storage area here? Tell you about that in a second. So then let's take it from the stock end, because this is a real sort of interesting stock. Recoil pad, so Obviously, as you can see, it is adjustable by undoing that Allen nut there. So that'll go sort of up and down, sort of accommodate most builds of shooters. You can adjust that there. It'll also adjust for length of pull by undoing these two screws here. That'll adjust. Really nice. It's not a bad recoil pad or butt pad, whatever you want to call it. Fairly hard rubber. I tend to like the softer rubbers myself. I don't know, I just find them more comfortable, but no, that's okay. You know, it's tough, it's durable, it'll do the job. Then you've got the actual cheek piece here. Really quite nice. It doesn't actually look ambidextrous when you see it like this, but it is ambidextrous. Me being a lefty, I shot this rifle no problem whatsoever. But the cheek piece is adjustable here for rise and fall. So it's literally sort of just adjust that screw there, and you can sort of adjust it up and down, which is pretty cool. But the rest of the stock then, so obviously you can see you've got a sling swivel here already fitted, and on the fore end of the rifle, which is a great feature, love that. And then as you move along to like the actual stock part of it, you'll notice these things here, and these are really quite interesting. Basically, you store your mags in there. So it's magazine storage pods, that's what I'm calling them. And basically your magazines just sort of push in there, so you can load up your mags and just push them in, and they sort of clip in. I've not got that one in very well. Now what I will say about this, although it is a good feature, and you know, I kind of like it, if you push them in too far, like what I've done with this one, you're going to struggle a little bit to get it out. I'm just grabbing something to hand. Will I get that out with a screw? Yeah, got it out. Just chuck that out of the way. So they're a little fiddly to get out if you push them all the way in. And what I will say as well, this one here, if you push it in too far, it seems a bit fiddly to get out. Just the way muddle my words up. When I can talk, where it's located here against the thumb hole, it's almost like you can't grab it if you've got sort of big fingers or whatever, sausage fingers. I don't know, it's just a struggle to get that one out nearest the thumb hole. Don't know, but I do like it. It is a good feature. I mean, when you've got these loaded up, you know, and plus the one in the rifle, you've got 40 shots, you know, so pretty much enough for a, you know, an average sort of hunting trip. But that is cool. I do like it. Some will say, oh, that's ugly as hell having them there, but I don't know, it's practical, it's functional. They do stay in there. I mean, let's give it the shake test, see if any drop out. Nah, they're still in. They're still in there solid. So that is cool. And then moving along to the actual thumb hole, plenty of room there. You know, it doesn't matter if you're wearing gloves or anything. Pretty much anyone's hand will get in there to get around the pistol grip. And then looking at the actual pistol grip itself, really nice size, really comfortable. Got like a stippling sort of panel there on either side. Really quite nice, very comfortable. This stock, by the way, it's almost got like a rubberized texture to it, you know, kind of like the soft touch BSAs. Not quite as nice as the BSAs, but nevertheless it does feel nice. This stock does. It doesn't feel sort of plasticky, it feels more rubberized than plasticky or polymery, if that is a word. And then moving along to the actual trigger guard, again that is all moulded in, you know, and it flows with the lines of the rifle as well, and it's good and solid, you know, you're not going to have any trouble there. And then the actual fore end, nice and thick, you know, and you've got like these stippled panels again. And then coming to the end of the fore end, you've got like a three-way Picatinny rail on here. Well, it's not a three-way, it's three different Picatinny rails, obviously, not like a quad rail or a three-way rail. These are just separate ones put on. These are polymer, by the way. They seem alright, so you know you can bang a light laser on there. Room for a bipod as well to chuck on there. And then, like I said earlier, you've got your sling swivel here, so you can soon sort of sling this rifle up, which is cool. But I love the stock, I really do like the look of it. It does feel nice. My only gripe is just that getting that magazine there, it's just fiddly to sort of get your thumb there to sort of pinch it and grab it. But that's probably my only gripe with it. But other than that, it's a real nice stock, feels good, feels really good. Carrying on with the rest of the cosmetics of the rifle, obviously you've got the action here and the barrel. Nice chunky barrel there, which is, like I said, internally suppressed, which is nice. You know, you haven't got to mess about, and it is fairly quiet, to be honest. So that is a nice feature. 19-inch barrel. You've got this aluminium rail on top to mount your optics, so you've got a bit of a Picatinny style rail going on there. Plenty of room to drop on any optic you want, be it a scope or red dot, whatever. This, by the way, is wearing a Nico Sterling Diamond 3 to 12 x 56. Quite a nice big scope, mil dot scope. Really nice, you know, suits this rifle quite nicely. And while we're talking about it, let's talk about accuracy. Now, this is where I embarrass myself, but this is not just me, guys, okay? I don't know, I seem to be getting these rifles at the minute that you see on other channels that are super accurate, and I just don't seem to get the accuracy out of them. I don't know what I'm doing. It's definitely not me. You know, I'm not the best shooter, but I'm not the worst shooter. But different flavour pellets, I was struggling a little bit with RWS Superdomes, which I usually sort of use for my testing, and I am going to blame the trigger. Now, out of the box, the trigger on this thing is horrible. On this rifle anyway, on this test rifle, it was horrible. I kept having to double check that the safety caps weren't on. It was that bad. I was like, blimey, what is going on with this rifle? But this is my shooting anyway at 30 yards with RWS Superdomes. Ignore that shot there, that was just sort of a test shot. Not bad, I guess, but that heavy trigger pull was making me pull it, with me being a lefty, southpaw. I was pulling it a little bit to the left. Yeah, I got a flyer there, I think. So, I did try all the different flavour pellets. I've not got the targets to hand. Oh yeah, hang on, what's this one? No, that's RWS Superdomes again. I think that was for me. But pretty much the same. So I weren't sort of, you know, stacking the pellets with this rifle. Like I said, I think it was down to the trigger. I did notice though with Acupels, I did notice, and I could actually see the pellets literally spiraling down range. So Acupels, I don't know whether they really suit this rifle. Without testing loads and loads of flavours of pellets, you know, to sort of see what this thing really does like. You know, it's trial and error. But like I said, I was struggling there, I think, with the actual trigger pull. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's talk about the trigger. It's it's interesting. That's the word I'd use. It's very very interesting as far as pulling it for the first time. That's how I'm going to describe it. I'm going to be nice and describe it as interesting. It probably will settle down, possibly. Obviously you can give it some real fine adjustment. It's alright guys, I'm just putting my trigger pull machine together. But I don't know, I was struggling. I was like, oh, that thing is awful, awful. But let's give it a pull while we're talking about it. You'll see what I mean. When you do cock it, by the way, obviously you're pulling the lever all the way back. You'll notice that the automatic safety catch, which is there, that engages. Not particularly a big fan of auto safety catches, especially on a rifle like this where you want fast follow-up shots. It's a bit of a shame really that they've fitted that. Would have been nice for them to just, you know, fit a safety catch here, like on, for example, the FX Wildcat or the Krell Puncher Breaker. That is a bit of a shame, but you can live with it. It's literally just sort of push it forward like that. And these safety catches and the actual trigger itself, well, the trigger itself is metal, but the safety catch feels sort of plasticky. Does the job though, it does the job. Well, that's cocked anyway. Let's give it a pull. Let's see what it'll do. I don't know, I was just struggling guys. I really was just struggling a little bit with this trigger. Oh, it's not doing it. What's up with my machine? Let's try that again. Cut. Right, let's give that a whirl again. Safety off. £5, 3.5 ounces. See what I mean? A little heavy, a little heavy. Yeah, it can be adjusted, but you know, this is straight out of the box. I was expecting a little bit, something a little bit more refined, possibly. Let's give it another one for argument's sake. See what it does. Yeah, well over £5. You know, it's, but hey ho, it's, you kind of get used to it. I just really wasn't expecting a heavy trigger pull like that. So it is what it is. But you can tinker with it and I'm sure you'll get it. You'll get it bang on. That trigger though guys does seem a little bit noisy. I mean, listen to this. Bit of spring noise there with the trigger. So let's jump into the loading of the rifle then. Pretty straightforward really. Pull that lever all the way back like that, and then you've got this sort of magazine bolt thing here. Push that forward and lift it up like that. Obviously load pellets into your magazine, and then your magazine just drops in place like so. You've got to push it in and then just push this down, and that engages and locks it in, and it's literally just close up the cocking lever and then sigh, you've got the auto safety catch to mess about with every time. But hey ho, and then you're good to go, pretty much good to go. Now, one thing I will criticise about this rifle that I did notice with my scientific rattle test or shake test is that when you turn this rifle on its side, like so, the you're not going to see this because it's the other way up, but the cocking handle just sort of falls open. See that? It just drops open about ½ inch, so it's a bit flappy, so to speak. I don't know, I just don't like that. It doesn't sort of close up nice and solid. I don't know whether they need like some sort of catch there, or I don't know if this was steel, could they put a magnet there just for it to sort of lock solid. I just don't like the way it just flaps around in the breeze like that. Hatsan, sort that out, that'd be nice. But you know, why does it do that? Is this, it's just annoying, that is, just really annoying. Especially when you tilt the gun on its side, you know, it can literally just fall open like that. It's just, don't know, it just don't feel great, that doesn't. And it's a shame because the actual cocking lever itself feels fairly solid the way it's been you know, put together. But again, look at this, it's just a little bit loose. A little bit loose everywhere, to be honest, on this particular rifle. I mean, are they all like it, or is it just this test rifle? But I just found that a bit, I don't know, annoying. You know, especially when this rifle is running at just under £600. Yeah, it's cheap as far as bullpups go, but £600 is still £600 at the end of the day. I'd really like that sorting if I was throwing that sort of money at a rifle like this. And then once you've taken your shot, it's literally just cock it again like so, push the lever back, release your safety catch, and you're good to go again. Just fire this in a safe direction. It's just a real shame about that. Never mind, never mind. But what a good looking rifle though, guys. You can't deny it, it really is a good looking rifle. Looks pretty badass, to be honest. You know, looks pretty tactical, without doubt. Nice gun for sort of all round, really. You guys in the States, you'll get these high powered versions. This is a UK version. This one's running, you know, sort of 12 foot-pounds, legal limit. But you guys, obviously in the States, will be able to go way more powerful than that. And you'll notice on the American versions, you get like a power adjustment knob here, so you can sort of adjust it. I think there's 6 different settings, so you can sort of run it at sort of real low power for sort of backyard plinking, and crank it right up for hunting. So that's a good feature. On the UK version, this is a non-FAC, non-firearms certificate rifle, so it hasn't got it. And like I said, this one is just running at sub 12 foot-pounds to make it UK legal. And then talking about the power, you've got the pressure gauge exactly where I don't like it, but okay, fair enough. Be nice if that was somewhere else. And then the filler area is here, and you've got like this dust cover going on here. You can unscrew these cylinders, by the way, so you could get yourself another cylinder, depending, you know, if you're going on sort of long hunting trips or whatever. You can get another cylinder and fill them both up, you know, and you pretty much, once you've emptied one, you can bang the other one in. But I think, to be honest, you're going to get more than enough shots out of this. I'll throw in the details, the shot count, because I've not quite confirmed it yet with my testing. I've still got a bit of juice left in there, but I'll throw that in the details of the video. More than enough for hunting though, you know, especially in the 2.2, a little less in the 177. What is really nice about this Hatsan Gladius is the fact that you get a hard case for it supplied, which is an absolute bonus. Just sort of show it you, get all the rubbish out of the way. Yeah, real nice case to put all your bits and pieces in, and it is sort of pre-molded here to drop the rifle in when it's got a scope on, which is nice. Get a little tool with the rifle as well. I think that, I don't know what that's for. It's like a little Allen. It's Allen wrench by the looks of it. Didn't use it anyway. You also do get the sling, what I was talking about. You know, you've got the sling swivels on the rifle, so you don't have to go out and buy a sling because Hatsan already supply you with one. And then you've got your filler bits and pieces here. So that's cool. You're pretty much good to go really. Obviously you'll need your diver's bottle or pump to charge the rifle. But just a real nice rifle for the money, you know, sort of under £600 here in the UK. Pretty much good to go. Obviously you've got to drop an optic on it, but it's really nice the way you get a nice case like this. You get a sling, 4 magazines as well. I mean, that is an absolute bonus. That just really gives this rifle some serious firepower, you know, as far as shots go. 4 magazines, that's just brilliant. Love that. Now, briefly touched on this earlier, just looking at the manual itself. Not a bad manual, in black and white, but you know, hey ho. Obviously gives you all your safety do's and don'ts. What I was telling you earlier, you've got all your specs there. It tells you all the different velocities as well. A lot of them do not apply for the UK unless you're getting this thing on FAC. And then tells you how to sort of work the safety catch, and then adjust the stock. And that's what I was saying earlier about the adjustment, length of pull. So pretty detailed manual. Tells you how to load it, that's always a help. So not a bad manual, not great, but not bad. So that's it then guys, that's your rack and load review of the Hatsan Gladius Bullpup multi-shot PCP air rifle. Really not bad for the money. Yeah, it's got a few little gripes. I mean, what do we count? 4, obviously the obvious one, that's always going to be the first one with me, where the pressure gauge is. You know I hate that guys, but that's just how it is. Auto safety, yeah, love them or hate them, it's got one. I'm not keen. The wobble on the cocking handle, they need to sort that out, they really do. That is just annoying, and the way it just falls open, please sort that out, Hatsan. Can't you put like a magnet on there or something to hold it shut, or some sort of clip, I don't know. And then the just this mag here, getting this mag out, a little bit fiddly, you know, but that's just a little detailed gripe guys. I'm not going to go on too much. But yeah, not a bad rifle for the money, you know, under £600, really not bad. You get a cool looking rifle, and it really is a cool looking rifle. But that's it anyway guys, that is it. Thanks for watching, stay subscribed, stay tuned, loads more coming. That's Rack and Load. See ya.